This haunted train station right here is located in Staunton, Virginia. It's called the Staunton Train Depot, and it has a lot of spirits that come and go. In 1854, the Virginia Central Railroad made its way into Staunton, Virginia, which opened up many doors to the city. The railroad coming through Staunton would bring hotels and businesses into town and a flourishing economy. Till about the 1860s when the Civil War broke out, then it was bringing all the Civil War people. The station was taken over by the Confederates and then by the Union, and they used this as a central hub to get their supplies and their men in and out of town fast. Chugga chugga choo choo. Tragedy would strike in 1861 when a Confederate soldier showed up there and he was sauced out on the sauce. And he was staggering around the train tracks, not even knowing where he was, obliterated. And that's when it happened. He was wham bam, thank you ma'am, by train, and unalived right on the spot. And his name was D.C. McLowry. It was taken over eventually by the Union. And when it was, well, General Hunter from the Union side knew exactly what this place had to offer Staunton, or anyone in the Civil War. And he decided he was going to burn the Joker to the ground. And when he did, he lit it up, and it burnt down with people inside of it, allegedly. After the Civil War was over in 1865, they decided to rebuild bigger and better. And the train station would prosper for a couple of decades until a tragedy happened again. This time, it was a train derailment, and it got pretty awful. In 1890, a train was coming from Cincinnati, and it was going down the hill towards Staunton, and it kept going faster and faster. They hit the brakes. It would not brake at all. It just picked up speed. And by the time it got to the bottom where the depot was, it got out of control and wrecked directly into the depot itself. And the building collapsed on top of the train carts, unaliving one individual. And this individual was named Myrtle Ruth Knox, and she was 17 years old. She had been a telegrapher for a while, and she was going to be an opera singer. She was flung all over the cart, and she was unalive. Some say instantly. Other people say that she had just bled out from an injury that she got whenever the building collapsed and went through the windows. Third time's got to be the charm, because they built it back in 1902, and it would run and operate without a lot of issues until 1960 when it was left abandoned. The Town Historical Society was formed, and in 1989, they decided to refurbish the building. They did an amazing job on the renovations, and then eventually they turned it into restaurants. Now, there are many spirits that come and go from this property, and a lot of them are attached there because of the traumatic things that happened to them in life, which caused their unalivings. And one of the spirits that is seen, not often, but from time to time, is D.C. McLowry. And he is seen in his gray uniform, transparently, stumbling through the railroad tracks to this very day. Many people have recorded all kinds of EVPs here. What kind of EVPs? Intelligent ones, along with getting great responses from Ghost Box. Sessions that seem to happen consistently. So they're always getting new information or new communication from the other side. Another spirit that is seen here is the most famous one we spoke about, Myrtle. And Myrtle is seen along this right here, right on the depot's platform. And she's usually seen dressed beautiful in a blue Victorian gown. And she's also being blamed for people having their hair pulled. They all say that it's Myrtle doing that mess. And Myrtle is seen quite often. She is actually the #1 spirit that has been communicated with and seen on the property. Along with the apparitions and the spirit box sessions and the EVPs, people are also reporting shadow figures or weird moving shadows all in the building and on the platform. And not to mention the lights that cannot be explained, such as orbs and rows of light just streaking across the rooms. Now, have you gone on one of the ghost tours that they used to do here in Staunton, Virginia for the train depot? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if they still do them anymore, but you can look it up and find out. And y'all, don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.